Hello guys, it's John with an H here, and today we're going to be going over how to do ideals and decision moddings together in order to be able to cancel your decisions at any given time that you want to, or re-enable them whenever you want. So the first thing we're going to do is go back to our mod that we've been working on the decision modding, and then go to common, make a new folder. This one's going to be called ideals. Then within here, we're going to make a new text document, and it's going to be called test_ideals. And then we're going to go back to our test decisions, and there's a lot of work that we need to do. So we're going to go ahead and remove everything. And then we're going to go ahead and start our first decision. So we're going to do test decisions _1. Then we're going to do curly bracket equal signs and then curly bracket. Then we're going to do icon equals generic _propaganda. Then we're going to do visible equals curly bracket. Then we're going to go ahead and close that off. Then we're going to do that with available as well. Then we're going to do complete effect or _effect equals. Then we're going to just put an add _ideals for now, and then equal sign, but we're not going to complete that just yet. And then we're going to do AI _will do equals, and then we're just going to put a factor of 0. Remember, when you do a factor equals 0, the AI will not take this decision. If you do a factor of 1 or 2, they will take the decision. So now we're going to go ahead and open up our test ideas. Then we're going to go ahead and put ideas equals curly bracket, then close our curly bracket off. Then we're going to do country equals curly bracket, then close that off as well. Now we're going to do, what did we name our test decision _1. So we'll name the idea test _decisions _1. So that's what this name's going to be, test _decisions _1. Or actually, to make that even easier, we're going to do ideas _1. So let's go back and change this up. And then here what we're going to do is we're going to put picture equals, they want to also do this as well, equals and curly bracket, and then go down here and then close the curly bracket. Then I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste over a picture that's built into the game. And we'll put that there. And then we're also going to put allowed equals always equals yes. And then we're going to go ahead and put in the modifier. And we're still going to be using the faster construction type of modifier, Like I said in the previous videos, you can do this on anything. You can do this with modifiers. You can do this with country tags, and you can make decisions like annex parts of Russia. Annex different states. You just need to find what those state codes are and then implement it into your code. Let's do modifier equals. I'm gonna copy and paste that on over. And that will make the modifier do 200% construction increase. So this should complete our idea. Go over here, this looks all good. Let's open up our localization because we need to change that up a bit. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of all of this for now. And then we're going to go back and find out what we called the category so that the category will show up. And it's called test decisions. So let's go on back to, let's minimize this for now. So the first thing we know we're going to need is this. And this is going to be faster construction. Second thing we need to do is get our test decisions _1. Test decisions _1. Then we're going to say 200% construction increase. We're going to go ahead and just copy that out as well. And then add description and then give it a small description. This will increase. %. Now we have to give our test ideas a name. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we can keep it like this and we can do it all, or you could do another localization file just for the ideas. It's up to you. So we're going to go ahead and come down here and put that in. And this will be construction efforts increase. So what that does is whenever you put the test ideals into, or the ideals into the localization file, you can give the ideal a name. So I'm going to go ahead and run the game here in a moment and show you what happens whenever we run this. We should get the decision and then show you what happens whenever we take the decision. But before we do that, let's add another line here. This will be called test decisions remove _1. We're gonna just copy most of this here. I think we'll copy all of this here. Let's see. Yeah. Put that down there. And then instead of add ideals though, we're gonna remove idea. And then we're gonna do visible has _idea equals test idea. We're going to do that for both visible and available. And then here we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do not equals curly bracket, and then we're going to close this off. So what this does here is this will, if it does not have this idea, this will show up. If it does have this ideal, this will show up. If it does have this ideal, this will not show up, and if it doesn't have this ideal, this will not show up. So let's go ahead and copy this and put this right here. So everything should be good. So now we just have to name our test decisions removed within the localization file. So we'll do that here. Then we're just going to go ahead and copy this. Delete this out. Then we're going to do a description. Okay. So everything should be good now. So let's go ahead and do save all. Minimize that. And open up Hearts of Iron. It is turned on, so let's go ahead and start the game up. Now, as I said before, you can make it cost something. So if you wanted to add a decision that would boost something but cost 100 political power, you could do that. And then if you wanted to have that decision removed after so much time, you could do days removed without using ideas. If you wanted to make a decision that provided a boost but also a negative, you could do the ideal system, and then you could remove the boost and the negative by making them also pay more political power. If they no longer see the benefits out of the decision outweighing the negatives. So you could always do that as well. So we're going to go as Germany. And there goes our decision. As you can tell, we have the decision pop up. The name that I gave in the localization for the idea, construction efforts increased, which grants construction speed by 200%. So that is working. Everything is working as intended. We also have the description. So let's go ahead and check that. Now you see the new option comes up. This will disappear in a day. The game has to run for a day for it to disappear. But now that we have the new idea up, we could remove the construction efforts. So let's go over and have a look here. So as you can tell, construction efforts increase. We have 200% increase. So let's let this run by a day, and you'll see it's gone. And it's not clearing the idea. So let's go and take a look at that. Oh, I don't know why I said ideas. I meant ideas. So that whenever you're working with ideas, you have to remove ideas. But whenever you're doing visible or available, you want to do has idea. So whenever you're using the has variable, you want to do has idea. And then whenever you're doing complete effects, you want to do add ideas or remove ideas. So you need to have that S. Let's go ahead and save all. Start the game back up. Okay, so everything should work as intended now. We're going to go ahead and grab it. Okay, now you see effects when selected, remove national spirit, construction efforts increase. So let's go ahead and let it run real quick. So we have the idea. Let's get rid of the idea. We no longer have the idea. Now there's one thing that you need to know whenever you're working with this is that the boost will stay until the month ends. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and let it go up to the last day of the month, and then we'll let it run through so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, so we're pretty close to the end of the month now, so let's go ahead and let it run through and keep an eye on this. After the month clears, it will clear out your construction speed effort, so the ideal will completely be removed at that point. Now, during the month, you can choose it at any time. So now that we have it back, then we go back to construction. We have the boost, and then you can remove it at any time. We no longer have the ideal, but if we go back and we choose the ideal again, it will take effect. So you can remove it or add it back at any time that you want, but the modifier does not actually clear out until the end of the month. Let's say you had multiple modifiers at once, you could do the same thing, but you can choose between the different ideals and they won't stack. So your ideals won't stack at that point. If you wanted to limit the ideal from being usable after so quickly, you could do days re-enable, and then you can set it up however many days that you would want the decision to be re-enabled at that point, so that you can kind of limit players from continuously using the decisions and adding the ideals and removing them and adding them. So you could work it out any way that you want it to. Well, yep, that's about it. And in the next video, I will be showing you guys how to add multiple ideals, how to use multiple ideals, how to just kind of get a fluent decision-based thing going and having more than one option, so that if you wanted to create a mod that supported multiple modifiers, for example, or if you just wanted to have a mod that you just had 200%, 500%, 1,000%, 100,000%, whatever you want it to have. So we will go over that in the next video, but until then, thank you guys for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.